enough. Okay, hey! So this is...
Wait, can you hear it?
What?
Definitely.
I don't know. This is... Yeah, probably right there. This is Barely Aware, the Barely Aware podcast. I don't know what number. I'm not sure.
Okay, so just call it the Barely Aware
We're
podcast.
5 or 6.
This is Barely Aware, around 5 or 6.
Yeah,
5.5.
I think,
5.4.
something like that, because the Q&As are like our backups.
5.141592653.
Thank
Shut up,
you.
Ben.
Thank you for that.
All right. I guess timestamp, whatever.
No, fuck it. Ben's a dork.
Okay.
I love Ben. His birthday's on Pi Day.
Yeah. We have a friend whose birthday's on Pi Day.
That's awesome.
And he knows like 100 digits of pi.
Speaking of pie,
Cake or pie? Cake. I like cake.
Cake
You
or
can't
pie?
Can't compare the two.
Well,
cake,
pie.
Cake is way better than
pie.
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 Cake is so much better than pie.
I-
What?
We are-
Oh.
A million times better.
We are a
Pie
house
is
divided
so
right
bad.
now.
Cake is like, okay, you always go through the struggle of having either too little cake and too much frosting, or too much cake and too little
Then
frosting.
just don't fuck it up.
Just don't fuck it up. You know what you get right every single time? Pie. You know why? Because the best part...
It
all-
can be if it's.
I can say I've
like-
never fully like
If
enjoyed
it's
a pie.
I've enjoyed a couple
I've-
of...
I've enjoyed a pie, but
cream pie. So that's the joke you're going for?
Cream
Good job.
pie.
No, I've enjoyed like a normal.
I've enjoyed Michael's cream pie.
I've enjoyed an apple pie, a banana pie.
Yeah, you've enjoyed my
banana
banana pie.
toaster, apple, blueberry,
Chocolate, cream,
rhubarb.
Okay, but like
good.
cake.
And cheesecake's a whole nother like.
Well,
Animal.
is cheesecake more of like a pie
No, shut up.
or a cake?
Cheesecake is more of like...
Cheesecake is called a cake. That's
Yeah,
why
but
cake
it's
is in
like-
there.
Okay, but
it's
are-
not
Speaking of
really
something,
cheese-
okay, before we start,
Okay,
the actual,
Trainor's getting
the
in it.
actual
He's going
conversation-
in.
Get
He's
cake
going
into
in.
space.
The cake is a lie! Bridge!
before we get to
I'm the best at space.
Before we get to space, anyways, so
There you go.
which one is a stun gun or a stun gun and a taser? Which one do you shoot?
Wait, for
Shoot a
what?
taser.
Wait,
A stun gun is... A
Yeah.
taser's a
no,
brand
no, no.
gun.
A taser.
defining.
No, no, no.
Sorry,
A
sorry.
taser. Wait.
A taser?
Wait, you don't shoot a stun?
No,
No, you
a
don't.
stun gun is the
Okay,
handheld
have
one.
one. And
Yeah.
the taser.
Even though it's not the gun.
What do we do to fix this?
You throw the stun gun!
Well, it should be like.
You
Do
just
you
want
want
to run around in a rock
it should
and
be like-
chuck it.
Would you just rather like switch the names? Like have a taser be like.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
thing
I want,
is,
and then,
though,
like, the
I want the
stun
taser
gun-
to be the physical thing,
Taser,
or the one that,
Taser is the company that makes all of these electronic weapons.
Okay, but then
So
there's a
they
stun
make-
gun, and then
There's a stun
the...
gun made by Taser.
Okay, but then
I'm talking
Yeah.
taser, because taser is like a thing.
Yeah.
I think taser the brand has a Z, taser the thing has an S.
There's definitely
like
Yeah,
laser
so-
and
Like laser and laser.
Laser and laser, like Jeff Laser Ramsey, who has he changed his middle name with a Z, Laser, or like Laser Team. Anyways,
Is that a fucking Rooster Teeth?
yeah,
yeah.
Go fuck
yeah. All right,
Go
so
fuck yourself.
it's been 3 minutes and we haven't talked about
Okay,
space.
but what
the
about
final
wait?
frontier.
Why
Hey,
did the
get to the
cake or
ball.
pie
What?
thing come into
So cake, the cake is a lie. Portal,
Portal?
I'm the
Portal,
best at space.
end of Portal 2.
I'm the best at space.
You go to space.
I'm the best at space.
I don't know what that means.
That's a Portal quote.
Oh well,
space travel is just so
At the-
hard.
Space. The final frontier.
okay.
These
so-
are the voyages and
so
barely
today-
the podcast.
Yeah, today's episode is space and space travel and
final
spacey stuff and Kevin Spacey.
Kevin
Kevin
Spacey,
Spacey.
space, and space.
The Palmetto Panthers. No, not the Palmetto Panthers. The team, the hockey team, the Panthers.
The
Yeah,
Florida
the
Panthers.
Florida Panthers.
And not
Nice job,
Palmetto.
Michael.
Whatever
I
you
go
were
to
thinking.
Palmetto.
Use your
Palmetto
fucking
Panthers.
words, Michael.
That's fine. That's not relevant to the podcast.
Kevin Spacey's face in space, guys. Google it.
So, Axel, you said you had a few topics to talk about with space
I'm
travel.
saying the best thing you can do in space is wait. Because, like, there's this thing called...
What?
Just for anything?
Just
Just
like
wait
this is
for.
Just standing there like, it's gonna happen! Like, what do you mean?
No,
I think I got what you're saying.
There's
Because
this,
I want to
there's
talk about
this,
this.
It's called time calculation. Some dude like wrote a paper on this, and it's like the whole like if we send something to Mars or like to Jupiter right now, and it takes like what 7 years, if by the time it gets like a quarter of the way there, we will have technology to get it there in like less than half the time. Does that
Okay.
make any sense?
That's
Yeah.
super cool. So you're saying, like, let's say I want to put a person on Mars right now.
Yeah, you send them.
So and like today I shoot this guy into fucking space. By the time he's halfway there, I will have technology to get him there faster than the man that is currently in space on the way there. Is what you're saying.
If it takes 10 years to get to Mars,
Then I feel
in
so bad
2
for the
years
guy
it'll take
waiting
5
in
years.
space.
And
Yeah.
he's gonna get there. He's like in cryo sleep, right?
He'll-
Cryo sleep?
For
I don't
10
think
years?
that's a real thing.
Yeah,
Is cryo
it is
sleep
a
a
real
real
thing.
Yeah,
thing?
it is
Yeah.
a real thing.
That's crazy.
Yep.
It's pretty cool though.
Pretty cold.
Yeah.
Game.
There's a shitty pun for all y'all. I'm gonna talk about a cool space
I'm
thing.
trying to look up the space calculation. to see
Oh, you
if
want to
it's
keep going,
like-
Axel?
No, I'm done.
Talk about a cool space thing.
Okay, cool space thing. Time travel, totally a thing. I'll explain how. So, the way space-time...
Relativity.
Shut up. Yeah, relativity. Right. Fist bump. Thank you, Axel. I love you. This is why I missed Axel.
Axel's like, I'm
It's
so
only been
excited.
like 5 years.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so pretty much how it works, though, is the closer you are to like super dense things that cause gravitational anomalies, such as black holes, or even like large planets, the closer you are to heavier things, the slower time goes.
More massive.
Yeah, more massive. So if you were in dead space,
Great.
The video game?
If you're not close to
If you're
massive
no-
things,
yeah, if
super
you're-
massive things.
if you're like nowhere near any fucking planets or anything, or stars or black holes or anything, time moves faster for you than you would if you were by a black hole, for example. So if you shoot a spaceship out and have it orbit a black hole in a spot where the gravity is intense, but it is not
Sucking it in.
like it's not killing them, and then they were to go back to Earth, let's say they spend a year there, right? And then I'm not sure the actual math of this, so I'm going to say then let's say 10 years passes on Earth. So let's say you wait 50 years orbiting the black hole and Kairos sleep, which we just talked about, which is pretty much when you ever played Halo? It's when you wake up and you're cold. Yeah,
You freeze yourself in your metabolism.
it's what they did to Disney.
Oh yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it-
Yeah, he's still alive. No, he just has his head frozen.
Yeah,
Actually.
Yeah.
yeah. So pretty much they put you in a this is
Isn't
a
that
really
weird? At
simple.
one point,
They put you in an ice box,
They could do
pretty
something
much.
with
And they were just like, oh, hey, so we're going to put you on ice, literally. And then your metabolism and you pretty much don't age and you stay there. It's Futurama. It's literally the premise for
Captain
Futurama.
America.
And Captain America. That's what happened to Captain America. So you're orbiting this black hole for 50 years and then you go back to Earth and let's say 500 years have passed. That's time travel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's kind of similar to how it is in the movie Primer. I don't know if you've seen. Did I watch Primer with you?
Oh my god, I love.
It's the one with the,
one with
the- It ends with the shotgun, and they have to travel like parabolic. They have to wait in a hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's basically like if you wait in like a room for like 10 days and then go in at the end of the 10. No, you turn the machine on, then however long you wait is how far back in time you will go from when you turned on the machine.
Okay.
So it kind of acts as a circle.
Yeah,
that's how they.
point.
Yeah, that's how it's described online. Because
Great movie.
That makes sense.
It was very good. It's
What's it
probably the
called?
Primer.
10 out of 10.
Definitely
Time
watch
travel
it.
movie.
You'll watch it. Like
Time travel
5
movie,
times.
10 out of 10. Actual movie, like a 7.
Like a 7.
Yeah, it's still good. It's just the ending. There's like a guy,
Once
and
the
there's a
shotgun
shotgun,
comes in,
and you're
yeah,
like,
you're just like,
There's
kinda
a
turn it
guy
off.
in a shotgun.
It's like
Yeah.
Looper.
except less confusing,
Alright, but talking about
or more
relativity,
confusing.
That's why Interstellar is so great.
And yeah,
I love that. When they go to the planet that's really close to the black hole and they come back to the ship and the black dude
Gargantua.
is like drinking coffee, like, it's been 23 years.
Yeah,
And
like,
they're
thanks,
sorry, bro.
jerks.
It's been like 10 minutes for us.
Yeah.
they were like on the
man.
I
planet
love
for
that movie.
4 hours, and it was 31 years, I think, for the guy
Yeah.
not on the planet because he was
That was
orbiting.
insane.
Because
black
they
hole.
were closer to the black hole, and he was like orbiting Gargantua, the black hole, for a very long time.
What's actually really cool about this though is anything affects how quickly time moves. So let's say you have a bowling ball on one end of a long table, and on the other side of the table you have nothing, right? Time moves slower on the end of the table with the bowling ball than on the side of the table that has nothing. And I just think that's super fucking dope.
Same
Yeah.
thing if someone's on the top of a mountain.
Yeah.
And compared to like us here on the ground,
Yeah.
time moves faster for them
because they're further away from the majority of things.
So,
Yeah.
like, you know how like science is like, oh, the person that's gonna live 150 years is already born.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, that's because of medicine. It's like, nah, I'm just going to always be around big stuff. You carry a cabinet with you your whole life. And
Cabinet?
you're like, what's this kid doing? He's like, shut up. I'm gonna watch you die.
He just had like a bag of like gold. Like, God, I'm so ripped. And
Actually, why leprechauns live so long is their gold is just
Yeah.
slowing time around them.
yeah.
Conspiracy.
Time
Dang.
Men in black.
Whoa.
Leprechauns in black.
So do you have another topic to talk about? Where was that going?
What space?
Oh, I was just talking about how fucking cool space is.
Like
Space is
relativity.
really,
That's
really
what they were
cool.
talking about. Is like,
And it's just
the closer
expensive
you are
to
to-
travel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's so bad.
Yeah,
Like,
and then oh man, Interstellar's so cool.
Interstellar is the best. I don't like The
Interstellar
Martian.
is my
That
favorite
much.
movie.
The Martian was a good movie.
The Martian was amazing.
but
You haven't
I
seen
don't
Interstellar.
find it that interesting.
You and I need to watch Interstellar.
We do.
I
It's
haven't
so
seen
good.
it either.
More about space. Well, I guess this is kind of related to space. I just think it's cool. Have you ever seen those pictures?
Yes.
I'll look it up on my phone. If Earth had rings.
Yes,
It's
so fucking cool.
I am so angry that Earth doesn't have rings.
Earth?
Big
Earth. Welcome to Earth. Will Smith. This is a stupid joke. We both said that. Axel's like, and Lindsay's like, I hate my life. Why did I do the podcast tonight?
How do I agree to hang out with?
Oh
these
my
fucking
God.
dweebs?
So I'm Michael.
Oh, I'm Axel.
I'm Lindsay.
I'm last.
Oh,
I'm
God.
Sebastian.
It was one time.
Earth with rings. So I'll post it in the link dump. So it's like from the perspective. This is what is that? Is that
That's a city.
That's not
Machu
Machu Picchu.
Is it not?
No, I think
Yes.
is that Machu? No, that's the
Yes.
step
Mayan
pyramid
temple.
in. Yeah, it's a Mayan thing.
It's in Peru, right? What's
No, Peru's Inca.
No, wait.
No, that's the Mayan.
Yeah,
ziggurat. That's a ziggurat.
It's the Inca, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. That's
Definitely.
so yeah.
No.
So there are these. I'll put it in the link dump.
Yeah, it's
Just
fucking gorgeous.
awesome rings. Here it is from. Is that the White House? Yeah, that's the Capitol building.
That's so cool.
That's what it would look like.
Yeah, that's the Capitol building, not the
Weird
White House.
record.
Oh, it's so cool.
Aren't rings just like
Unrelated,
rocks
but there's
and
also
stones?
like.
Oh, and look from the equator, it's just like a straight line up.
Assuming it orbits the
that's-
equator.
Halo.
Halo. That's what I'm thinking. Halo. Can I talk about Halo?
There's also pictures of what the Earth looks like if every city had turned its lights off. That's also pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
If you've seen them, I
Yeah,
don't know.
single
I
tier
think those
Genesis
are really
Menace
pretty.
is.
that's good stuff. Yeah. So I don't know. So like we're all. I know Sebastian and I have taken and liked physics. I feel like you
Fucking love physics.
Physics is awesome. You are taking physics C next year, so you have a little
Holy
more
shit.
passion for physics than I do.
I said I got a fucking 4.
I
but-
love physics. Do you like physics?
I
and stuff
took
like that?
an astronomy class in college,
That's
and I
even closer.
really liked it. I
Yeah.
really liked astronomy.
I've never taken anything like that.
But you love space.
Yeah,
But I have
love
taken
it.
physics.
at the sky once.
Honestly,
No, like,
that's what old people
I
did.
feel like I felt like
Old people did.
no,
They just,
I felt like when I
Ew.
took.
smoked weed and looked at the stars.
I mean, it's not a bad idea, but I was thinking back in high school. Yeah, no, in high school, I think when I took physics, I was too young to have like a real appreciation for it. But if I would have taken it like my senior year, I think things would have been different. I took it when I was like 15,
Right.
like sophomore year.
Physics.
So
So cool.
physics was kind of hard, and the person teaching it was kind of hard to understand. Not that he was dumb or anything like that. I'm sorry, Mr. Rico, but I was just dumb. I like just didn't understand like how he explained things, but like I think the concept of physics is really cool.
Well, we're shouting out to teachers, Miss Joseph. You can't see, but I just hit finger guns. You're the bomb.
Yeah, she did. She won like the best physics teacher
Yeah, you
in
guys told
Florida.
me.
It's she.
I think this is the second time we mentioned her on the podcast. That's
Yeah.
how great she is. We love you, Miss Joseph.
Miss Joseph is the best. Awesome. So
I'd kick a baby for you, Miss Joseph.
that's. I mean, I'd I'd like.
Catch the baby.
Yeah, no, I'd like.
midwife in the midwife sense. Though, not the,
I'd
the same
hold
kid.
a baby up and then like with a stopwatch drop it.
Aw,
Yeah.
projectile. Like I do like projectile motion for you.
Yeah.
With
Well,
the child.
you'd have to kick it.
Does she
in
hate
space.
children?
Space. The final
No. This is just like.
You wouldn't have to kick it in
Projectile
space. You just have to kick it in a vacuum.
That's true. That's a good point. How does the physicist clean up his office, Lindsay? He assumes a vacuum.
Fucking nerds.
Lindsay is
Fucking-
just.
Shouldn't have made me laugh as hard as it did.
Lindsay's
Nerd.
just making a face like I hate everything.
Everything.
So,
okay
did you have
with
any
that.
other topics on your phone?
Based off space?
Yeah.
I mean, no. Another form of travel and stuff, but they're all theories like wormholes and
Oh, okay. So real quick, does everyone? Well, I'll talk. This is the black hole white hole theory.
It's so
Well,
fucking cool.
it's actually just called the white hole
but they
theory.
haven't
Yeah.
found any of those.
Right. Yeah. So this is.
Wait a second. I might have heard about this, but
Let me get it, let me get it.
love a refresher.
So it's kind of like time travel, actually. So what happens with a black hole is, so getting sucked into a black hole, when you go through an infinitely small hole and just stretch that far, it's called spaghettification, which is a really funny word because
I love
you
it.
basically turn to the size of a string from string theory, and just like super duper long. Okay, so when the black hole opens, a white hole opens in another spot in space in another time. So you can go through one black hole during one time and exit a white hole at another time.
So would it be a different dimension? Like
No, same dimension. But to travel through that, you would be going through, I think, the fourth dimension. Yeah, because that's time represented as a physical entity.
Like, I think
so that's what a
space- is that-
wormhole is.
Yeah.
It's
Space time is like the fourth
Yes.
dimension, right?
Okay, I can picture
The
it.
fourth dimension is space, the fifth dimension... the fourth dimension is time, the fifth dimension is relativity. So that's why in the fifth dimension, time affects you differently and stuff. That's what happens in Interstellar. But the fourth dimension, you can step back out of time and like go forward into the future, or step back and go into the past. So a wormhole basically...
Kind of like what they do in Stranger Things. It's like the... It's
Oh, there's
Save it for the
No,
podcast.
no, but like this is
Oh,
nice.
actually, a
This is a nice
wormhole.
link to the
Acrobat
next
and the Flea.
podcast. Yeah, the Acrobat and the Flea
I've
is a
only
really
seen the
good.
pilot. Don't.
I've
Don't
never
spoil
understood
it.
that, but now.
Oh no, I'm not
That
gonna
show.
explain. But there's an episode called the Acrobat and the Flea,
Also happens in Interstellar. Same
which is a
analogy.
very good analogy for what Trainor's talking about. If we're not explaining it well enough. Also, you should watch Stranger Things. It's amazing, but I'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we have another
Yeah,
podcast
Trainer came
about
to the party
TV.
like this. Literally happened in Stranger Things.
We were sitting around at a party, and then just all of a sudden, a speaker turns on, and it's all staticky, and it's just like...
Yeah,
and like,
then Trainer.
Yeah, it's the monster!
What was the little kid's name?
Demogorgon.
11?
No.
Will?
Will.
Will!
coming out of the wall.
Or like, if you saw,
The one was so dumb.
Lost.
It would have broken the wall.
Walt! Okay, none of you have seen Lost. Have you?
Yeah, I watched the first season.
Yeah, dude.
That's it. Like the
I
first
watched
season out
22
of
episodes
9.
in 2 days, but other than that, I stopped watching.
Yeah, the most
I
I
got it.
watched is 14 episodes. Save it for the podcast. Oh my god.
This
okay.
is a podcast. Everybody.
Yeah, but the next podcast. By the way,
Alright, so part 2.
I think this is a good time to get a timestamp. Michael, timestamp.
Poop.
And we will be moving into the second part of the space podcast.
Space, the final frontier. Now, these are the voyages of Merely Aware.